Good morning, everybody. It's about 7 a.m. We're down here on I-81 in Virginia, exit 273 at the Sheets. We've been driving for a little while, waiting for the sun to come up before we start filming. But we made a quick fuel stop, got us a sandwich, and we're about to go knock the rest of this drive out. We started out 5 miles from the Pennsylvania border this morning. We got this far. We're about to drive. We're about to go get some stuff done. Let's go trucking. Let's get home. Rock and Roll Trucker.
This is the Rock and Roll Trucker. We're knocking out miles, we're eating good, we're rocking and rolling and having a good time. Come along for a ride. Let's see where we can go today.
Good morning, folks. That last clip was a little rushed. I'd just come out of Sheets, getting my sandwich and everything, and there was another driver behind me in the fuel island there, and he came out at the exact same time as I did, and I was in a hurry to get out of his way because I didn't want to be that guy holding him up. I try to always get out of the way and not hold anybody up at the fuel islands. Even if I run in to get something, I make a beeline back out to try and get out before them, or at least at the same time as them, so we both can go along our merry way. But yeah, we got up early this morning, and it was dark, so I didn't take any videos, until I got to that spot there. We stayed in Greencastle, PA last night. I think I mentioned that in the other video. Had me a nice little parking space up next to a curb at a little Sunoco fuel stop. Had the curb and the road and the curb and the grass, and then the road to the left of me. I was in the parking lot, and I was in a spot where nobody should have parked to the right of me because it blocked up part of the parking lot, part of the driving path to the fuel pumps and everything. I had a truck in front of me. We were parked along the curb, and then I had somebody come up and park next to him, but kind of tucked back a little bit. And I was like, he really don't need to be parking there. He's blocking up, lane of travel there to the parking lot, but he's not in my way, so whatever. And he parked kind of far back, so I thought it might deter anybody else from coming in. Because behind me, a truck length or less was the actual back row of the parking there. I was like, surely, nobody will come park up here next to me. I mean, that'd just be asinine behavior. You're blocking up the parking lot at that point, and you're boxing another driver in. Sure enough, I woke up this morning, boxed in. I was hot. I was getting ready to go out there and start thumping on doors and raising hell, but I didn't. The curb I was parked along about 5, 6, 7, 8 feet, behind me there was the turn into the parking lot. I was pulled up far enough to where I was not impeding anything as far as getting in or out of the parking lot. And I was technically in a space that had a line, kind of an old line marked out there, so I was in a space. But I had, by inches, just enough room to squeeze my way out, backing out, and cutting into the entrance back out towards the road. It was a little dead side street, so I didn't have to worry about traffic. But had my truck been any longer, or if he had parked, 6 inches or a foot further backwards or anything like that, I would have just been locked in the parking spot by a guy that should have never been where he was in the first place, that just had zero courtesy for the fact that he was locking somebody in. And I would have had to have gone and woke him up. Drivers will park it. There's just no courtesy with it. You see it at the rest areas all the time. People will just lock other drivers in. And it's shocking to me sometimes how just uncourteous some of these drivers are. It's like, once a place is full, it's full, man. Don't start blocking other people in. I know everybody's got to have a parking space, but you don't screw over other drivers to cram yourselves in somewhere where there's no room for you to cram in. Blocking up, lanes of travel through the fuel stops and everything else, it's just, So some people's kids, y'all. Some people's kids. But look out that windshield with me there. Look at that gorgeous weather. It's cold out there. Don't get me wrong. It was cold out there at those fuel pumps, but man, is it ever pretty out here this morning with that sun coming up. Cloudless sky, blue, sun coming up over the trees there. Just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, my friends. I guess technically, let me see. Yeah, the sun's coming up. Yeah, to my left and behind me. It's not coming up in front of me, but you get what I mean. The light, blowing off the mountains there. The trees are changing. Some of the leaves are already starting to fall. It's got that fall, pretty, gorgeous look here. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I don't really necessarily mind that cold. It's going to happen every year, regardless of whether we want it to or not. And sometimes it's kind of enjoyable. Keeps you awake. I like it. But yeah, we're traveling right along. It's up in the air as to whether I'm making good time at the moment or not, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it. See, we're at mile marker 216 on 81 in Virginia, so we got 216 miles of Virginia to go, and then we'll pop back out in Tennessee and be starting to get towards the home stretch. Yeah, maybe we are making okay time. I don't know. But we're getting there. Barring any disasters, we'll be home today. We beat the system on times and deliveries and everything yesterday. So let's round this week out and get home. I didn't think I was going to get home today. I thought I was going to lose my whole entire Friday. This is why I don't ever take no for an answer a lot of times. And you're just like, do your research, read your reviews of your customers and everything. Find out every piece of information you can get. I mean, a lot of my luck was due to my appointment time being changed, but I believe I still would have gone in there super early regardless of that anyway. But I even though the warehouse had terrible, awful reviews, I was able to, pick up some information on being able to check in early just by reading those reviews. So I found some valuable information within those bad reviews, and it helped me out, and it's getting me home drastically sooner than I expected. So it's not necessarily a matter of not taking no for an answer. Just use all your resources available to you and find out all available information that you can. I found out you can find a lot on Google about these shippers and stuff. We're living in modern times where there's a lot of information about a lot of places out there, and especially with the reviews and stuff like that. You can find a lot of stuff down to whether places have parking, whether they'll check you in or boot you out. If you're more than half an hour early, do your research. You can help yourself out a lot. It helped me out this time. Do your due diligence on your trips. Yep. Well, I'm going to get off and do some driving, finish listening to my music and my radio show. I will reconvene with all of you fine, beautiful folks here in a little while. Y'all be good until then. I'll catch up with you here in a bit. Welcome back, folks, and very momentarily, greetings from the Virginia-Tennessee state line. We're about to cross it. We're almost back into the home state. Here we go. There's the big sign. Tennessee, the volunteer state, welcomes you. Thank you, Tennessee, for welcoming me home. We've successfully made it all the way from one end of Virginia to the other down I-81. We are back in Tennessee. Although we were in Bristol on that side of the state line, and we're in Bristol on this side of the state line. Interesting how that worked, right? We're making reasonably okay time. We are going to have to stop for a 30-minute break before we get back. About 3 hours and 15 minutes from home, but I've only got about an hour and 55 minutes to drive before I got to take that stupid 30-minute break that the government mandates. Department of Transportation mandatory 30-minute rest period. Blow it out your asses, DOT. Got to interrupt my day for something that I don't need. There's some days I need a break. Some days I don't. And I'm a grown, intelligent, free-thinking man that knows when to stop and take a break. I know when I need it. I don't need, Big Daddy babysitter government telling me when I need it, but unfortunately I have to do it, or I'll be in violation on this little electronic babysitter over here and get in trouble with my job. So we'll have to do what we're going to do. Yeah, we're moving right along. Other than that, time's going to be not too bad so far. The weather has stayed gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous outside, although I'm getting ready to throw my regular hat back on and shed this hoodie here because we have officially crossed the line back into the 50s, whereas it was in the 20s this morning when we got up. So we got sunlight and warmth coming right now, and these trucks, these modern trucks, are just big giant fish bowls. The windshields are shockingly big, and the windows on the doors are huge compared to the old school trucks, and you just get so much sunlight and heat in these things. But yeah, we made it. We still got a little more of 81, the road that never ends, to go. How many miles of Tennessee 81 do we have? 72.8 is the mile marker we're passing. So we'll be merging into I-40 in just a little over an hour. Right at an hour maybe, depending on the pace we keep. But we're moving. I'm ready to get home. I'm worn out and I'm tired. I'm going to have to get up very early Monday. So I'm ready to get my weekend going. The weekend that I didn't really think I was going to get. I wasn't expecting when this all started to be home until either obscenely late tonight or early in the morning tomorrow. So now it looks like I will be comfortably able to probably drive up to Cookeville, Tennessee tomorrow and go to the Tennessee Tech football game and see my kiddo do their marching band thing there this year. I haven't been to one of their shows, see one of their halftime shows yet this year, and they've got the largest marching band in Tennessee Tech school history this year, and I want to go see that at least once before the season is up. My other kiddo was very, very highly successful in high school marching band this year. They had a good year, and now I got to go see the eldest kid go do their thing. Looking forward to that, and I get to see a little bit of football. I don't know if it's going to be cold, but if it is, we'll deal with it. We'll get us a hot coffee, and we will chill out and enjoy. Get me a video of the band and upload it, and y'all can see too. I'm gonna quit running my mouth. My voice is feeling a little worn today, so I'm going to do some driving, knock some of this out, and I'll get back with y'all when we get a little closer to home. Y'all be good until then. I'll see you soon. All right. We've made it off of I-81. We are officially on I-40 as of just a moment ago. Yeah, we're heading in that home stretch trying to get home. Man, I-81 killed my fuel mileage today. I got a pretty heavy load on, and I stopped and put what I thought was going to be enough to get me all the way back, and it may be get me back, but it's definitely not going to be enough to get me to the delivery Monday, I don't think. Those hills ate my lunch today, and I was around a bunch of aggravating drivers. There's so much traffic on 81 today that I was like, I kind of got trapped in the right lane. There was such a steady stream of traffic coming down the left lane that there were a lot of points that I wasn't able to jump out in the left lane and get a running start and get around some of the slower vehicles to get a running start up some of the hills and jump back in the right lane. And I was losing my momentum before all the big hills, and it just ate my lunch on fuel today. Man, it's all right though. It's all right. We still made some money this week. As long as we get back without anything happening today, we've made some money this week. As long as we get this load delivered Monday. We stopped at the Davy Crockett Travel Center back there and had our little dumb 30-minute break. Got me a cold drink and some chips. Now, I am no stranger to hot food. I punish myself with it a little bit on occasion. And I'm usually not real impressed with most like hot chips. Spicy potato chips or corn chips or whatever. And I've had some other flavors by this company before. It's the Paqui, I think it's pronounced Paqui, or Paqui, P-A-Q-U-I. They're famous for making those one chip challenge chips. Well, they got some bags of chips you can get off the shelf too, of varying degrees of heats and flavors. And I've had some of their warmer ones, but I've never bought like the ones that are like hot. I've had like their green chili and stuff, and it's got nice flavor, a little bit of heat. Today I bought the Haunted Ghost Pepper chips, and I'm like, past experiences tell me not gonna be that bad. And first couple of chips, some nice salty ones. They definitely had some warm, had some flavor on them. And I started getting further into the bag. My mouth started getting warmer and warmer. And I mean, I've had hotter food. I've had hotter things, don't get me wrong. But by the end of this bag, this was clearly not a bag of spicy chips for the spicy food rookie. It's it's these guys right here. Yeah, these right here. Again, I've had worse things in my life, but by the end of that bag, they were causing a little bit of discomfort. Eating just a couple of them here and there wouldn't have done much. But by the end of the bag, I ate the whole daggum thing. And I ate them pretty quick. And yeah, I can feel the warm in my belly right now. That's we'll see what happens later. You know what I mean? What's that Mr. T on Rocky 3? He told Rocky Balboa, at that press conference or whatever, they asked him what his prediction was, and he said, my prediction, pain. We'll see. I don't know. They did hurt my mouth a little bit, but I toughed it out. I ate every last one of them and all the crumbs. Live to tell about it. I know there are hotter things in the world. Some of y'all macho men super truckers out there go, I've had those, they're not that warm. Admit it, they're pretty warm for a chip. They're not like raw pepper hot. They're not like crazy blow the roof off your head chicken wing hot, but they're pretty warm for what they are. Not bad. Get you a bag, try it if you're in for a little bit of adventure. Hockey, what is it? Haunted Ghost Pepper. Get you some. They got them at most of the truck stops. But yeah. Well, we're rolling up on Dandridge, Tennessee here. I'm gonna keep on driving, try and get this wagon back to the shop at Ringgold there and park it. And I'll get back with y'all before we call it a day. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Y'all be good till then. Eat you something hot. See you in a little while. Here I am. Not in the truck. I'm at home. This crazy week, this crazy venture has ended in the good. I caught a ride home. I stuck my thumb out. She stopped. She said, man, she said, you are going to end up getting snatched up by somebody out here looking the way you do. I said, I was in Virginia earlier this week, and Virginia is for lovers. So somebody might be looking for this charm. I don't know. But here we are. We're back. I'm going to have some weekend. I didn't expect to have any weekend. I thought I was going to get jerked out of a bunch of it. But I made things work. I made it work for myself. Did I hear Dash? Oh, look at there. You had a tiny puppy. Little tiny old grumpy man. Yeah. But we're here. We made it. So happy. And she's going to ride with me next week, and we're going to go do Rock and Roll Trucker, rock and roll things. See the shirt? It's backwards. Warcurse. We're going to be seeing them Tuesday. We booked a load. We got them to help us out and find us a load to go up to right outside, just right across the river from Cincinnati Tuesday. This band here, Warcurse, is going to be playing a show. It's a free show opening up for the mighty X Order, who is doing a video shoot that evening, Tuesday night, 2 days before my birthday. So for my birthday, we are treating me to a trip to this video shoot, to this free show. And my other reward of that is I get paid very, very, very little amounts of money for that load that's taking us up there. One of the worst paying loads I've ever taken. But sometimes you got to just do things for yourself. You can't spend all the time working away and making yourself miserable. So we'll have some good rock and roll reporting on these videos coming Tuesday. We're going to do a video shoot and a free metal concert. It's going to be awesome at an awesome venue. It's probably going to be packed to the gills. It's free. It's going to be crowded. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be good. Rock and Roll Trucker does do rock and roll things. Y'all haven't seen me do much of that in a while. But we're going to Tuesday. Yes. Isn't that right?
Indeed.
Yeah. We're going to do some trucking. We're going to do some rock and rolling. And we're going to get some, maybe a few pennies for our troubles. But
Rub them together.
it's okay. That's basically what this whole entire venture has consisted of. A few pennies. It's all right, though. Dash said, would y'all jerks get off the camera and finish watching your TV show and eating your pizza? And I concur. We're going to do that. We're going to call it an evening. We're going to have a weekend. You want to tell them bye first?
Adios.
I say adios too. Have a good morning, evening. And don't forget, I believe this weekend is fall back on the time, I think. So don't let that slip by you, because I believe that's this weekend. Is that this weekend?
You get an extra hour to sleep on Saturday.
Don't forget about that. All right. So we will see y'all on the next one. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Dash. Say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.